Wake up. Have you ever looked up at the stars and thought about the big questions in life? Or perhaps, in a moment of reflection, you've wondered, what more is there to this life? Imagine for a moment, standing shoulder to shoulder with the great minds of history, from Leonardo da Vinci to Elon Musk, each whispering secrets of insight and inspiration into your ears. So let's find out the 8 powerful insights a visionary urges you to know. Imagine your mind is like a magic playground where anything is possible. This playground is called imagination. It's where you can create entire worlds, dream up fantastical creatures, and envision incredible inventions, all without any limits. When we talk about embracing the power of imagination, we're talking about tapping into this magical playground and letting your creativity run wild. It's about letting go of restrictions and allowing yourself to explore ideas that might seem crazy or impossible at first. Think about when you were a kid and you could spend hours lost in your imagination, pretending to be a superhero, saving the world, or an explorer, discovering hidden treasures. That's the kind of imaginative thinking we're talking about here. When we embrace our imagination, we open ourselves up to endless possibilities and opportunities for growth and innovation. So next time you find yourself daydreaming or coming up with wild ideas, don't dismiss them as silly or unrealistic. Think about a time when you were asked to do something just because everyone else was doing it. Maybe it was dressing a certain way, liking a particular type of music, or following a trend on social media. It's like being a sheep in a flock, simply going along with the crowd without really thinking about it. But here's the thing, just because everyone else is doing something doesn't mean it's right for you. Courageously challenging conformity means having the bravery to think for yourself, even when it's easier to go along with the crowd. Challenging conformity is about listening to that inner voice, trusting your instincts, and having the courage to follow your own path, even if it means standing alone. It's about being true to yourself and your values, even when others might try to pressure you to fit in. So next time you feel like you're being pulled in a direction that doesn't feel right for you, remember to have the courage to challenge conformity. Think about learning to ride a bike. When you first start, you might wobble and fall off a few times. It can be frustrating and even a little scary, but each time you fall, you learn something new. Maybe you discover that you need to balance differently or pedal more smoothly. Failure is a lot like falling off a bike. It's not the end of the road, it's just a part of the journey. When we fail at something, it's easy to feel discouraged and want to give up. But if we look at failure differently, we can see it as an opportunity to learn and grow. Failure is not a sign that we're not good enough or that our dreams are impossible. It's a sign that we're pushing ourselves beyond our comfort zones and stretching our limits. Imagine you're on a journey, walking along a winding path with no clear destination in sight. You're just going through the motions, without any real sense of direction or purpose. It feels like you're drifting aimlessly, with no idea of where you're headed. Now imagine that same journey, but this time you have a map in your hand and a burning desire in your heart. You know exactly where you're going and why you're going there. Every step you take is filled with purpose and passion, driving you forward with unwavering determination. Leading with purpose and passion is like having that map and that burning desire guiding you on your journey through life. It's about knowing what you want to achieve and why it matters to you. As you navigate your own journey through life, find what sets your soul on fire and let that guide you in everything you do. Think about a time when everyone said something couldn't be done. Maybe it was building a bridge over a seemingly impossible gap, or finding a cure for a disease thought to be incurable. When someone challenges those assumptions, they open the door to new possibilities and discoveries. Challenging assumptions means questioning the things that people take for granted. It's about asking why and how, instead of just accepting things as they are. Breaking barriers goes hand in hand with challenging assumptions. It's about tearing down the walls that stand in the way of progress and innovation. So the next time you encounter a barrier in your path, don't be afraid to challenge it. Who knows what amazing things you might discover on the other side? Imagine you're walking down the street and you see someone who looks sad. Instead of just walking by, you stop and ask if they're okay. Maybe they open up to you about their struggles and you offer a listening ear and a kind word. That's empathy and compassion in action. They have the power to heal wounds and bridge divides. So the next time you encounter someone who is struggling, reach out a hand and offer your support. United, we are so much stronger. Imagine you're playing a game with your friends and someone tries to change the rules to give themselves an unfair advantage. You would speak up and insist on fair play, right? That's what it means to champion equality, standing up for what's right and ensuring that everyone is treated equally. That's the world that visionaries envision, a world where equality and justice are not just ideals, but realities. Championing equality and justice for all means advocating for policies and practices that promote fairness, inclusivity, and opportunity for everyone. It means challenging discrimination wherever we encounter it and working to dismantle systemic barriers that perpetuate inequality. So the next time you see someone being treated unfairly or discriminated against, remember to speak up and take action. Imagine you're walking through a museum filled with beautiful works of art. Each painting, sculpture, and artifact tells a story of creativity, passion, and vision. Now imagine that you're the artist behind one of those masterpieces. Your work doesn't just inspire admiration, it inspires others to dream, to create, and to believe in themselves. Leaving a legacy of inspiration means making a positive impact on the lives of others long after you're gone. It's about leaving behind a trail of light that guides and uplifts future generations. But leaving a legacy of inspiration isn't just for famous artists or historical figures. It's something that each of us can do in our own lives, in our own way. So the next time you're faced with a choice or a challenge, think about the legacy you want to leave behind. How can you inspire others to dream, to create, and to believe in themselves? Now, what inspires you to dream big? Share your thoughts in the comments section. Hit subscribe, join our community, and together, let's illuminate the world with the brilliance of understanding. Stay true to your vision